Good. As we begin to harmonize through the fields, bringing in the koshai, the harmonization, and through the heart, toro koshai tahoya. As you breathe in, choroko koshai choshai, and allowing yourself this time and this space and this presence with all that you are. There seems to be a feeling right now of just pure chaos in the emotional fields. And yet also this feeling that things should be stable and things should be stabilized. And so it's this internal conflict of wanting to make things appear as if they are okay. And so it leads to a form of suppression in the field here. And it's almost as if this builds into this subtle yet powerful sense of a ticking time bomb. And we cannot talk ourselves out of these energies anymore. The way that we address this situation is to breathe here. As you breathe in and you become aware of your breath in the body, feel the breath in the body. You become present with yourself. You actively breathing in and being aware of that is becoming conscious of your presence. It is becoming your presence within your body. This activates your connection to quantum light, to quantum energy. It activates your access into that quantum field of light where your energy can do as it has always been designed to do. And it is this gateway that we are learning to walk through right now. So you may have been experiencing energies where suddenly you find yourself feeling as if you are blanketed, weighed down by a lot of heaviness. Or maybe it's been kind of this gradually building weight that has been present for quite a while now. None of the old tactics that you may have used in the past in order to shift your energy, in order to shift yourself out of that feeling, may be working at this time. And if that's the case, it's to understand that you are really on the precipice of finding your true range, the purest way of working your energy field here. Because of the distortion that has been here, we have been able to operate on this planet in unhealthy ways, which did not utilize our full alignment, or it did not require our full alignment in our energy field. So in some ways we've been handicapped because we have been able to not be in alignment and still be able to live on this planet. But the energies are shifting now. And what is happening is that we can no longer not be in pure alignment. And we're really feeling this. Some of us are getting hit more than others because of the capacity of our fields. There does seem to be a group of individuals that are really, really struggling at this time with this. I can feel that despair. Having worked so hard for so many years and seemingly even struggling all of these years, and feeling like all of that work has been for nothing because you feel even worse at this time. But it's because we're having to let go of all of these old, I will just call them coping mechanisms, right? But really they were not fully aligned ways of navigating energy because we didn't have to be fully aligned. And so it was enough. It worked enough, right? We could apply enough of our energy and it was good enough. It did the job. So there's nothing you've done that is wrong. But now it's about understanding, how does energy really work in your life? How do you really work the energy into your life? How does energy really work in a life-based reality here? So the quickest way back when you are feeling this level of discord is through the breath. And that's it. We can't think our way through this. We cannot mantra our way through this or physically exercise through this. It is nothing more than purely being present with ourselves. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to sit and breathe and feel your breath in your body. And come home to yourself. So we're going to open for repairs. Through this bridging within the lower range of the solar gateway, affecting into the back of the heart. This is heart bridging here, okay? So starting to open through the horizontal ranges and bringing light into the base of the brain. So it feels like when you would start to breathe, when you would start to become present in your own body, as the energy would come in, or let's say as the energy would start to activate then in your field, there was something that was really blocking it, and it would throw you into distrust of your own self, questioning yourself, questioning, how can this really be this simple, or how can it be this easy, or how can it be like this to go about it in this way? And then this level of disbelief would come in because there was not a response in the physical. It's like knowing I have these powers, I'm supposed to be able to use these powers, but they don't activate here. It's like I believe in it, but I don't see any proof of it, and then it leads to this sense of despair. So coming into here to the top, it's above the base of the brain, and just allowing this energy to start to release now through the masculine range. So continuing to breathe, don't hold your breath here. Breathe into the belly, feel the breath. You are safe. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of internalized terror here at this time. There's a lot of frantic energy. All of these energies, though, seem like they've become very compressed, so that it's a strange experience where it's like it feels heavy and dense and slow moving, and yet when we look into the energies, deep agitation that's going on here. So it's almost like we're confused because what we're actually feeling is not what's actually going on, and yet in the emotional body, we're having all of these emotional responses, almost an internal freak out, but then like this confusion because there's two ranges that are at play here, and one seems to almost be suppressing or over empowering the other here. Almost causing a feeling of a bit of a sense of psychosis almost. Like questioning, am I really just losing my mind? Bringing in this arc through the grail lines here, this return home into space. Okay, coming into your mastermind energy and allowing this to build out through the feminine. There are a lot of conflicting feelings here. On the one hand, I know this density needs to move out. On the other hand, I know I need this. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what should be happening. I am expectant that this is the next stage of this process we are in. So this conflict here. And then what keeps coming in through the front of the mind? It's like these tormenting, dissociative insertions that almost trigger you out of communing within your energy here. So they keep interrupting. So let's come in here into this range in your field. I can see where we might have even called this in the past, these kind of self-sabotaging beliefs, but they're almost pinging the field. They're like these insertions or like pinging the nervous system. Actually really affecting into the way the brain is processing something about internalized ambition. So your source codes, as they start to open up here, there's something that comes in to almost trigger a shutdown. Let's come into the solar plexus, please. And we'll look through this membrane here, this adhesion to the surface of this membrane, which is causing these almost like short-circuiting the nervous system. So it has an affiliation, or it's very familiar to when the nervous system gets triggered and we go into fight or flight. We get knocked out of our sense of homeostasis. It's the same thing that's happening in the mind. It's a different flavor, but it's kind of the same ruling here. Something is getting triggered and it's knocking out these energetic dispensations, shutting them down. So this sense of despair. So something has been trying to be received within your field, and whatever has been going on with this gateway now, okay. It's the masculine energies that are knocking this out here. Let's come into these points of convergence at the brainstem. Despair again. Let's actually call up the despair so that we can find it. If we go into that emotion, we can locate it. We can locate the source of where it gets triggered in the energy field. So let's come in here, okay, through the shoulders, some sort of archetypal shield, coming into the spine, okay, and just locating this within the register of your DNA, through your scrolls, and through your Akash, bearing in, coming into this point within the solar gateway, in through the gut here, good, and locating this in the nerve bundle here, this pricking of the system, it does have to do, it feels like it's being triggered through past relationships somehow. Lakosha, I can see this. There's this might be a bit challenging to explain. It's like there's been some sort of theme through all of your intimate relationships. There's a thematic energy that has been present. And it's one that then causes fear and shutdown. It's being like pricked or plucked, causing this vibration then in the field, and the field shuts down this activation. So let's find this as well deep at the base of the spine through the root. And we're going to call up this primary connection through the relationship at this point here. So some discomfort, not wanting to go back into those energies or recall the trauma, the bitterness, the bitterness. Okay, and yet we can see that this energy of bitterness has formed almost a shell around exactly where we need to come to locate this harnessing that's happening through the field. Okay, so this ancillary process, coming back to the base of the solar gateway now, and releasing wherever you have picked up anyone else's fear triggers, and where they latched into your field, as a result. Okay, there's a reconfiguration going on, this rebalancing through the heart. Okay, so this has been an adjustment to the emotional field. This is something that we've been a bit suspicious of for quite a while, that the fields were really being weighed down. We're really picking up on others' triggers and traumas right now, their emotional responses, and being pulled down by them. So this has helped to release this. It almost starts to look like a grappling hook that was within the solar gateway. So it was almost as if the higher you were starting to vibrate, the more pull down effect you were actually experiencing. As we come in, as we witness, as we honor your presence here, your work here, your life here has been an expression of your work. Clearing through the feminine, this deeply held bitterness, where this has become hardened over, the shell effect. Starting to bring light here into this hardening through the liver, opening through the psychic membranes, allowing this presence to persist. Beginning to wrap this here, providing a bit of a buffer, addressing this source light and all of its wisdom and understanding, opening the front of your mind to your quantum presence, being aware through your ears here, feeling how it feels when you are heard, when you are accepted, when you are felt, as you are seen, when you are related to, how you are understood, how you are known. As you feel yourself here within your body, within your gateway, your connection point to this universal life force, as you are the universe within you, establishing this connection once and for all here. Primary life force. Breathing in, and aligning. Darokoya daki, jahoya daki, jarokoya daki, and settling and opening. You are only ever surrendering to yourself, to the life force within you. Jaraki, jarokoya daki. Charokoya dakai chahoya daki, as you are so.